just got in the stand. Isaac's up in his saddle. This is a set that I put up last year. We haven't had too much going on with bucks on camera, so tonight's kind of a little doe mission. See if we can't put some meat in the freezer this evening. Got 2 does that were down at the bottom of the fence, and they're moving up the hill a little bit. Kind of hoping they loop back around into this open area behind us. Maybe give us a shot, but deer on the move this evening. I think I can hit that shot.
You think you got it from here?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright. This is my first set on this spot. This isn't exactly the ideal setup, but I've been scouting this spot. I've only had permission here for a couple of days now, but there's just not a real good way to be in a tree and hunt him, so I'm in this kind of brush pile. A lot of stuff in front of me with the beans in front. This bottom stays a little bit cooler once it gets down towards dark, and these deer kind of feed down into this bottom, out of sight, out of mind, so hopefully they come down the hill here in a little while and maybe we can get a shot at one off the ground. Just had our first deer hop into the field over here to my left, so I may start funneling in here in a second. Alright. Just stepped outside and was shooting a couple of times from a seated position. Got a game plan for this evening. We're gonna be in a pretty good spot, but it all depends. I mean, sitting on the ground again, there's just not really a spot to get in a tree even with a saddle, so gonna be on the ground in the brush, kind of a natural blind situation, and we're just gonna kind of hope that we can get him in close enough. It's gonna have to get lucky and have all the stars aligned, but can't get lucky sitting on the couch. So I'm gonna be out there this evening, and if it happens, it'll be cool. Got in here pretty early. Didn't make much sound getting in here, but it is hot. I mean, it feels like it's freaking 95. I think it's only like 87, and I say only 87. But it's hot for almost being October. But I think that's what's got these deer so patternable right now. They're still grouped up in their bachelor groups, and they're just feeding every night and sleeping every day. They just haven't spread out yet. So we're trying to play into that, and just hoping they follow the pattern they did last night. Well, it is, believe it or not, November 7th. I am in my springtime turkey hunting uniform. It's like 78 degrees, something like that. Kind of just ridiculous for this time of year. So cameras have been dead for about a week. I've seen 0 deer chasing does. I have seen no rut activity at all. And I'm not even 100% sure what I'm doing sitting in this spot. I am grasping at straws right now, just hoping to get something down before rifle season, but the weather doesn't look great. It's supposed to be like this again tomorrow. And then a cold front is supposed to come in this weekend. Rifle opener. I lose access to this place on Saturday until rifle season is over, because the owner brings in some out-of-town people every year that come and hunt the place with rifles, bring their kids, everything. Kind of a family thing, so I don't want to be in the middle of that, screwing up their hunting with me coming in and out. But we'll set it out tonight and see what happens. I expect to be swarmed by mosquitoes within the next 30 minutes or so. I did manage to actually remember to bring some water, so it's hot water, but it's been in my truck, but I managed to remember to grab it, so we at least have lukewarm water going for us. Here we go. It is the Thursday before opening weekend of rifle season. It is the last evening before rifle season. It is opening day of rifle season. That was close, man. You know, definition of insanity, do the same thing over and over again and expect a different outcome. And we are finally out of rifle season. There's a little bit of extra precipitation that I was not anticipating. Did not see a deer this morning, so that's not an encouraging sign. It is a rather unpleasant evening, but the deer like to move and stuff like this, so we must sit in it. It's windy and cold, but I've got a good wind for the spot that I'm sitting in. There's kind of this lone tree that's just off the edge of the bean field. It's kind of out in it, but it's got a lot of cover underneath it. So I'm kind of sitting in here, brushed in, trying to hide from the wind a little bit, but it's right in my face, just straight into me, so it is not very warm. But I did have the foresight to bring a little hot chocolate with me. used the cup holders in my new bag. Yes, my bag has cup holders. They may not actually be cup holders, but they work pretty good for it, so. My bad. Apologize. It's like about 30 yards to the edge of the field. Big path right through here. A lot of rubs, a lot of scrapes. Good sign. And I can see everything behind me, which is the edge of the field that I've been hunting most of the year. So I can kind of see it, and if I start seeing some stuff happening over there, I can know that in the next couple of days that might be where I need to be set up. But right now I'm going to hunker down and try to stay out of this wind, because I suspect that this is going to be a long set of nothing happening until about the last 30 minutes of daylight. This is just perfect. I've got two freaking random dogs that have just sprinted out of the tree line straight out into the center of this field and are now just hanging out. And it is pretty much it's the last hour of daylight, so they've popped out at a real good time. There's two deer that just popped out behind me. I don't know if I'll ever get them on camera, but there you go. Two does. They're right on that other fence line. Just had some does pop out in front of me. They're quite a ways over there, though. There's a buck behind me. Can't tell. I don't think he's huge, but I think it's that big 6-point I had at the other spot a while back. Oh man. Freaking dog showed back up and just ran every deer that was around me all the way to the other end of the field and out of it. It would have been a lot less aggravating if that would have happened at, 3:30 today when I was sitting here instead at... Oh, here comes another dog. This dog has something in its mouth. That's frustrating. Like I said, if that happens at 3:30, it's not super big deal, but now at 5:15, with 15 minutes left of daylight, all the deer that were in the field have now ran off to the other side and off the property. There's two dogs running back towards their home right in front of me. And there's a lady standing on her back porch yelling at the dogs to get back over there. Well, I can without a doubt say that the weather is much better today. The wind's laid down quite a bit, but it is going in a pretty good direction for this set. This is I'm sitting on the tree line that I watched all those deer on last night. That kind of came right down this edge, so I'm in one of my old spots from early season. I've refreshed my natural blind situation with a little bit of cedar tree, and I feel pretty confident we're gonna see some deer tonight. These last few minutes usually get pretty exciting here in this corner. I'm hearing something across the fence. There's a buck. There's a good buck.
The definition of insanity, the same thing over and over again, you expect a different outcome. Keep going. Eventually, something's gotta give. That does not mean anything until I get to put that tag on here.
Oh, come on, go down. Go down. Go down. Came trotting across the fence. He jumped into the field, and he was on me so quick. He was staring at me. I'm surprised he calmed down enough to let me get drawn and take a shot. Oh my gosh, thank you. It has been a freaking grind. It's been such a grind this year. Oh my goodness. I have sat so much this year, and I've put so much time into this year. Trying to get something on film. Trying to shoot a buck with my bow. I haven't killed a buck with my bow in like 2 years. Oh my goodness. That was awesome. Alright. We just got back out here. I went and picked up my dad, and we're gonna come out here and see if we can get this thing picked up and get some good footage, hopefully. Go over here and check the arrow. Arrow looks pretty good. We'll leave it right there for now.
Good job, buddy. Late season deer too.
Guys, this one has been a bit of a grind this year. I have been sitting and hunting almost every day that I have available, going on probably 65 to 70 individual sets this year. And this deer means more to me than any other deer on my wall. Just to put it all together on film, self-filmed on the ground, like I've been trying to get this done all year, and it's finally paid off. I finally got back on the gravy train. It's been a couple of years since I've actually shot a buck at all, and to get this next one on film, I could not be much happier than I am right now. This is kind of surreal. I know Isaac's gotten a couple of bucks this year, and everybody was probably wondering, well, where the heck is the other guy? I've been here, sitting on the ground, struggling. But we got it done tonight. Maybe not the greatest shot ever seen, but it was good enough. He went 65 yards and laid down. He was expired pretty quick. As you can see, he's a little stiff already. And that is my first deer on film, first deer of 2023 season. I've still got a couple of tags left. I may not be done, but it feels really good to get this one off my back and get this first one on the ground. So I'm gonna leave you to have my moment, and we will see you in the next one. Oh man,